Hi, boys and girls. We're going to talk about the history of the town where we live, Round Lake. Round Lake Beach, Round Lake Park has 3 different names. This is something called a census. This is information that we get from the census. The census tells us how many people live in Round Lake. Round Lake became a town in 1908, and the first census, that means how many people live in Round Lake, was taken in the year 1910, and we can see there were 182 people. In 1920, we can see that the population has grown, and look at how it moves up. 1930, 1940, all the way up to 2010. Now we are in 2020, and pretty soon we'll have new information about how many people live in Round Lake. Look at the jumps that it's made. It's gone from 1,000 to 3,000 to 5,000, and here in the year 2000 until 2010, it went up to 18,000 people. Big jump in how many people live in Round Lake. There's a lot of history in Round Lake, and I'm only going to give you a couple of minutes of information about it, but you can look it up and you can learn about the history of this town. So here's a picture from long ago. This is something called an ice house. At the time, it was the largest in the whole world, they say, the one that they built in Round Lake. An ice house gave people chunks of ice, or it brought chunks of ice to your home to help keep your food fresh or things that you needed to keep cold, because this was before we had refrigerators that we could just plug into the wall and they would get cold. So people had to depend on these ice houses. But this ice house burned down, sadly, and it was never rebuilt, but the area became like a vacation place, like a resort place for people. Here's the train station when it was built. Long time ago, the people in Round Lake decided that we needed a connection to get to Chicago and to get to Milwaukee and Wisconsin. And so it was decided that we needed a train station. The nearest train station was Haynesville, which was close, but Round Lake needed their own. And this is what the train station looks like today. Have you ever gone on the train? Here's the downtown area of Round Lake long ago. Can you think of how it looks different from the downtown area of Round Lake today? Here's another view of Round Lake from the other side. I don't see any cars there. Here are some beautiful pictures from Round Lake. The sign when you enter Round Lake Beach. And the word beach is because we have beautiful beaches and areas around Round Lake for having picnics and playing. Here's some other scenes in Round Lake, and I put that scene again of the old time Round Lake so you can compare Round Lake then to Round Lake now. And here, of course, is our beautiful school, Raymond Ellis School and the Eagle. I couldn't find any pictures of Round Lake, of Ellis School from long ago. Your seesaw activity is going to be to think about Round Lake in 1908, so long ago, and think about Round Lake in this year, 2020. Well, now we're in 2021. On your seesaw, you will need to write 2 things that are the same since 1908 until today, and 2 things that are different. Just think about all of the things that I talked about, and I'm sure you can think of 2 things that are the same and 2 things that are different in our town.